Hi everybody, welcome to Art Smart. Watch this for a sec. Come on. Okay, some of you may recognize that little ditty and opening sequence. It is the Mel-O-Toons. Mel-O-Toons were something that if you grew up in the 1960s and 70s, you would see those cartoons come on your TV screen, usually at very kind of weird times during the day, and the cartoon would play for about 5 or 6 minutes. Now, the Mel-O-Toons are an interesting part of television history and animation history, and I think that they should have a little bit more respect. The Mel-O-Toons were created during an era where a lot of television stations were showing various properties that had odd running times. Before the days where everything was edited to fit in a perfect hour or half an hour block, they would have shows that would end at a weird time frame. You know, it might be 2 hours and 6 minutes. And then you would have to have some filler to get to the next period of time to start the next show. So you would have something like Mel-O-Toons created as something that could create a space in between the film that you were watching and the next thing that you were supposed to watch. Mel-O-Toons were created by taking old children's records, like, this is just an example, but something like this, and they would take that record and simply animate to it. So they would have the record, usually Columbia Records, and they would then animate to the story, and they would then release that. It was a way to, one, help to push the sale of records. Two, it was a way of being able to quickly and cheaply produce a cartoon without having to do all kinds of sound and audio. And then three, it made for excellent time filler because it was relatively cheap. So you would have TV stations that would play these cartoons at all kinds of weird times just to fill up time. Some of them were great. Some of them were very, very well done, especially the ones that had a really good children's record to work off of. Some of them were just pretty bad because they were very quickly trying to take this record, which was not created to be a cartoon, and somehow make it into a cartoon, and it was just awkward. There were over 100 of these created, and they were shown for the next several decades. In fact, these were produced over a 2-year period starting in 1960, and they churned these things out very quickly. And after they kind of played on TV for the next couple of decades, they were kind of lost and forgotten. And now they are in the public domain. If you pick up a cheap cartoon video thing from, like Walmart, where it says 50, 100 cartoons in one shot, you'll probably find several Mel-O-Toons on there. And it's something that I enjoy watching. I think that they are an interesting view into the 1960s and 70s. I think that they're also a very interesting way to look at how the record industry really affected television and vice versa. I think that's interesting, and I also just think that there is some artistic merit to them. The fact that they were trying to quickly turn out these cartoons using limited animation and using a pre-existing record, some of them are actually impressive how well they were able to do all that. It is a very artistic endeavor. So do yourself a favor, check out on YouTube or whatever free public domain access that you have, check out the Mel-O-Toons. They're cute little cartoons. I think they will entertain your kids, and I think they're also going to entertain you. Have a great day, and make sure you continue, everyone, to Art Smart.